Hey everyone, I just want to do a quick video. It is the 5 things I wish I would have known before I started hiking. So 2 years ago, I started hiking. For like probably 18 months before that, I spent a lot of time watching hiking videos on YouTube, wanting to get into it, and that kind of leads me to my first point, and that is don't be scared to start hiking as a big person because of the other people. When I first started out hiking, I would only go hiking in the backcountry. I would never go hiking where there was other people because I was always really worried that people were going to be super judgmental and very mean about being a very large man and being hiking. I can say in 2 years and 600 kilometers hiked, I have never met anyone that's been mean to me on trail. Everyone's always been super nice and really amazing and supportive. They've always been super encouraging. And honestly, when you're on trail, the most common thing you hear from anyone is just them saying hi. So just get out there, give it a try. Maybe let me know in the comments down below how your first time hiking went. And maybe let me know if you've had some negative experiences with people on the trail. Maybe it's just up here in Canada, the hikers are all that much more friendly and polite. I don't know. But yeah, so the second thing, face is itchy. The second thing I wish I would have known before I started hiking was just how important it is to stay hydrated. So, I'll post a link down below for the video talking about my worst hike ever. And in that hike, I dehydrated myself. I pulled my groin. I ended up having to go over 6 kilometers with 100 vertical meters of bouldering to get back out with my groin pulled. It was awful. I tried to ration 2 liters of water on like a plus 30 Celsius day. It was ridiculous. I drink water if my mouth is dry. I drink water if I spit. I drink water if I've peed. I drink water if I've taken a break. I drink water if I've drank water. I use a hydration bladder. It makes drinking water easy as hell. I drink water warm because often I have ice in the bladder. Just drink and drink and drink and drink, and you can get those little single serve Gatorade things. They are awesome for replenishing your electrolytes, which helps with dehydration and the sodium loss from sweating, because let's face it, as a big person, hiking is exercise. You're going to be sweaty. Which leads me to point number 3, and that is you need to stay on top of chafing from the get-go. I use like Body Glide on my thighs and kind of like in my groin region, so that way I don't chafe the living hell out of myself. I always hike in compression shirts to keep myself cool, to try keeping the sweat off of me. Maybe for like a little bit for everybody, but especially for bigger people, sweat management and chafing management is huge, because you don't want to get 2 or 3 kilometers into a hike and just chafe the hell out of yourself and have to walk back like a cowboy with your legs spread, because it's not fun. So that's a big one. This summer, I did the entire summer. I did 250 kilometers of hiking this summer with no chafing whatsoever. Maybe I'll do a review on the products and all that at a later date. After the chafing and the sweat thing, the biggest one I learned is just breathe. I am so guilty of going up a really steep incline and people are coming down the incline or coming up behind me, and I'm sitting there like dying inside as I'm trying to control my breathing so I'm not breathing super heavy. I am in the high 300s. I am a big dude. Climbing up a hill after a couple kilometers or even after a couple meters, I'm going to be winded. It happens. Don't be embarrassed to breathe. Your body needs the oxygen. And it's silly when you say it out loud, but I know a lot of people that do it. I know people that are fit that do it when they're breathing heavy and they run into somebody on trail and they try to pretend like they're not running a marathon. Let me know if that's something you guys do, because it's something that I know I do all the time, and I've been trying to work on it for sure. And it's kind of silly when you talk about it out loud now that I'm talking about it out loud. So yeah, that's a huge one. I would like to say a big shout out and thank you to everybody that's been really supportive since I've been off took some time off from making videos. Got a lot of really supportive comments in my last video, where I was discussing some of the issues I've been having with mental health. It really means a lot. I'm hoping to start uploading more regular content, and all that. So if you hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications, drop a comment and a like down below. I read all the comments. I try to respond to a lot of them. And I guess that leads me to my last point, and that is, especially as a bigger person, you need to listen to your body. You need to pay attention to how you're doing, and don't be scared, embarrassed, or upset if you have to turn it around. I turned around, like, I think it was like 5 or 6 kilometers into a 3-day trip because I was starting to get hurt. I rolled my ankle and I was just like, it sucks, guys, but I'm gonna go camp at the parking lot. I'm hurt. It is what it is. It sucks at the time, but you can always go back and try again. And I already have a planned weekend to go back and try that trail again. And you know what? Even if I make it 7 or 8 kilometers next time before I turn around, that's amazing. If you can make it 500 meters this weekend and 600 meters next weekend, that's a win. That's improvement. And you can build yourself up to eventually completing that trail. And once you finally accomplish a trail, especially one that you failed at on several occasions, I failed at the Hunt Lake Trail probably about 4 or 5 times before I actually did a successful trip there. And even this summer, I only actually went to Hunt Lake once, and I only did, I'd say about half. Just wasn't feeling it. Puppy was with me. He wasn't feeling it, and we just called it. We turned it around. And there's no shame in turning around and just leaving it for another day. So if you like this kind of content where I try to kind of give you guys advice, let me know down below. I still want to do a lot of the hiking content and the following of my journey and all of that. And I have some little bit crazier ones planned for this winter because I love the winter. I love hiking in the winter. I love the cold weather. It is amazing. And I look forward to making more videos with you guys. And like always, thank you all so much for watching.